Hello, what's up guys? Here's Solo Boss coming at you with a full and complete guide on leveling from 1 to level 60. Right here I have a full menu on all the sections that you need with complete information on each one of them, but I encourage you to stick around because I'm going to start off with some tips and tricks that I have learned over the past couple of years playing Dragon Nest.
Alright guys, let's get right into it. First thing that we're going to look at is extra EXP tips and tricks to know. Guys, right here we're going to start off with guild perks, and right here I'm going to show you exactly how to get the guild armor, which depending on how many pieces of the actual set you have will give you a determined amount of extra EXP when you clear dungeons and kill monsters. The only thing that you have to be mindful of in joining a guild is that the guild must be at least at level 13 to be able to buy a 3B set, which would give you an extra 4% EXP, or your guild has to be at level 20 to buy the full 7 set piece, which will give you an extra 10% EXP. Next, we'll be moving on to the guild title. The guild title can be acquired after joining any guild of any level, which will benefit you in so many ways because it will boost your attributes in defensive and offensive stats. This will help you defeat monsters and survive a lot more boss fights. Right here you guys can see some of the little guild rewards that the guild master or the leader of the guild will be able to buy for you guys to be able to have more fun and to help out. The last thing is level up boxes, and these are just little boxes that you get per level. I'm going to leave a link in the description to an article that's really detailed on each of them. Okay guys, so I'm just going to give you some 3 small things that everyone should know from leveling from 1 to 60. These 3 small things will help you not only shave time off your leveling experience, but also help you in dungeons and boss fights. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and probably the most important, would be enhancing not only your armor for extra survivability, but your weapons for extra damage. You should be doing this every so often in your experience from 1 to 60, as it will help you tremendously throughout your experience. Next would be coming fast travel. This is just a simple way to get around the bigger maps when you're in town, which would help you not only shave time off your experience, but also just help you move around easier. Okay, so last but not least would be just character interaction in general. Throughout Dragon Nest there's going to be a lot of quests and storyline, which if you want to get into it, that's your choice. But for someone that's hard into grinding and leveling up fast as you can, this is an easy tip where you can just press Q to interact with the character, following by pressing space or holding down space to skip through their dialogue while also getting the quests that they require. You have chosen 1 through 9, so let's start from the beginning. So now that you have started your Dragon Nest journey, the first thing that you're going to have to pick is your character. Each character, which there are 6 of, will start in 2 different towns. Warriors, archers, and Kalis will start in Ironwood Village, while sorcerers, tinkers, and clerics will start in Mana Ridge. Now you have chosen your character, the next step will be choosing which 2 of the methods, which I think are the 2 viable, you will be using throughout your experience from 1 to 60. In Dragon Nest, grinding is the most popular way of leveling up, as in each section for each level you will pick a dungeon and you will just keep doing it until you level for the next section. But questing I think is a little bit better, as it gives you a little bit more gold, and for beginners, as you might be watching, it will give you a lot more experience, a lot more gold when you hit 60, and it will just help you a lot more. With that said, the easiest way to level from 1 to 9 is just follow the main storyline quest until you hit level 9. You have gotten past the easiest part of your leveling experience. Good job! Now let's move on to the next town. Now that you have finished your quote-unquote tutorial experience in Dragon Nest, you will now be prompted to talk to Fergus, which will lead you to your next town. Congratulations guys, you have made it to Cornerback Pass. Unfortunately, if you want to do the grinding method, you can't do it just yet until level 16, because that's when the Astral Common Laboratory, the dungeon that you got from 16 to 24, will be available to you. And if you want to see me running it, I'll put a link in the description to a run of me doing it, and I'll do that for each section. But if you want to do the grinding section from you know, from 10 to 16 you can do, you know, getting all the quests, going doing all the dungeons, coming back to town, repairing your weapons and armor, and then rinse and repeat until you hit level 16. Or you can do like me and just do it throughout the whole leveling experience, but I'll be telling you both methods throughout each section. Upon hitting level 15, you'll be prompted to do your specializations quest, which will tell you where you want to go for your specializations. There's 2 subclasses for each class, and for each class of those there's 2 other subclasses. I'll leave a link in the description to go to the main website of the Dragon Nest to show you which subclasses for each class you'll have available to you. Upon hitting level 24, you'll finally be able to get into the nesting experience. The nesting is pretty much big bosses, you know, with several stages where it's going to be a little bit harder to solo, so you're going to have at least 4 people of level 24 to do this, or maybe someone that's a little bit higher level. But this is pretty much what brings people to Dragon Nest: big bosses and flashy skills. You have chosen 24 to 32, so let's go to Saint Haven. So now that you've passed the level 24 mark, you're going to make your way to Saint Haven. Saint Haven is going to be your hometown for a little bit, so get used to it and, you know, just get to know the people around it, because there's going to be a lot of quests that you're going to have to do. So from 24 to 32, the place you'll be grinding, if you want to do that method, will be Black Sovereignty Domain. And as always, I'll leave a link in the description to an example of me running it and how to do it. But like, I recommend doing the questing, getting all the quests, and doing that over and over again until you hit level 32. And from level 32, we'll get into the real nitty gritty, because that's when it starts getting a little bit more difficult, because you'll need a lot more experience to level up. So it's just going to take a little bit more time. Congratulations guys, you're a little bit over halfway through. A little bit of bad news is that the grinding feeling, no matter which method you're doing, is going to be there, just because you're going to need a little bit more XP to level up. If you're going to be doing the grinding method, the Submerged Ruins is going to be where you're going to be running it. As always, link in the description to me running it. But if you're doing the questing, like I recommend, the grinding is going to be a little bit harder, because the higher level you get, you know, you're just going to need a lot more quests and the same amount of experience, obviously, but it's just going to be a little bit harder. So yeah, but keep it up, because you're going to start getting your cool skills, your flashy skills, and it's going to be a lot more fun. Alright guys, so once you have 40, you're going to have to do a little bit of investing your money in the marketplace to buy rare weapons, which is going to be blue colored, not only weapons but armor, because it's going to help you out, and then also enhancing your weapons and armor. I'll put a little annotation to go back to explaining that, but yeah, this is just going to help you out in the next set of dungeons. 40 to 50. Such a long way. You guys are almost on 20 more levels. If you're going to be grinding, you're going to be doing a Ruin Village. You know, link in the description to an example of me running it, but you guys know me, I like the questing, a lot more gold, a lot more experience, gets you a little bit set for level 60. Also to mention, level 45 you're going to have your second job change, and that's pretty much going to determine what your job is going to be like when you're level 60 in nesting and stuff like that. So yep, you're almost there, 10 more levels. 50 to 60, you guys are so close. Right now, if what you want to be doing is just getting as much experience and much quests as you can, if you want to do grinding and you don't mind having that little bit of grind, you know, boredom, you'll be doing Crash Site Parameter. But what I recommend doing is at level 50 you'll be able to do some 50 dailies, which is going to be quests that come out every day, and they're going to be 5 dungeons. This is going to helpful because every quest that you're going to be getting on from 50 onward is pretty much going to be on those same 5 dungeons. So from 50 to 60 you're going to have that same 5 dungeons to run, and they're going to be in the same place, so it's just going to be an easy way of just getting experience and leveling up fast. Congratulations guys, you have made it all the way from 0 to 60. Now your real Dragon Nest experience begins. With so much ahead, you guys just get ready for some awesome times, some laughs, and you know, just meeting cool people in Dragon Nest, because this is such an amazing game. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope the information was good. Hope the leveling guide helped you. This is Solo Boss. Hope you have a great day and keep on nesting.